So you're wondering if it's time to break up. I know people don't want to have their time wasted. So I'm going to share with you 5 very telling signs that it's time to end it. Most likely you'll have to date a few people before you actually find the one. So that means you're going to experience at least one breakup in your life. I'm Andres Perez, and this is Be a Man, where I teach you everything you should know, not only to be a competent man, but a confident man. I'm going to start off by saying that this video is not intended for married couples. Except for the first sign, which applies to everyone, this is not meant for you. If you have kids, feel free to share with them. This is actually pretty good advice. Should I break up? If there is abuse, then the answer is yes. There's no question about it. That is an automatic breakup. This person does not respect or love you. And this goes for everyone, whether you're a guy or a girl. Guys, you should not be letting anyone hit you. That's not called being tough. That's called not having respect for yourself. And if you don't respect yourself, then nobody else will. You deserve better. And trust me, there is better out there. There's a lot of people who can and will make you happier. The second sign that it's time to break up is mistrust. Like in any relationship, if there's no trust, then there's no us. See, trust is the foundation of love. If you have a weak foundation, it's all going to fall apart. Now there's 2 situations that come to mind. The first situation is if you don't trust your partner. I'm not talking about a brand new relationship, because trust is one of those things that need to be earned, and it does take time. I'm talking about your partner's acting sketchy, suspicious. They're never where they say they're going to be at. They are super protective of their phone and emails. Now, I understand the need for privacy, but this is excessive. Or they've already betrayed you once, and especially if they've done it more than once. Now, I believe in second chances, but 5th? Of course, if your partner has never given you a reason to worry, and they're acting a little different now, it's best to give them the benefit of the doubt. Ask them about it. Babe, you've been acting a little differently lately. Are you okay? Are you stressed out? Is there anything I can help you with? Because the last thing you want is to start an argument and accuse them of something when in reality they were planning a surprise birthday party for you, and you're gonna feel like the jerk. On the flip side, if they betrayed you already and they're acting strange again, well, homie, you're being played, and it's time to let that go. The second situation is when your partner doesn't trust you, even though you've done nothing to deserve this kind of mistrust. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You get out of work or you get out of school 5 minutes late, but you have 10 missed calls, 20 texts asking you, where you at? Call me as soon as you get this. You better not be with anybody. You know, the truth is, you don't need that kind of stress. And I know we've all heard stories of girlfriends testing their boyfriends, but that's not normal. This person is not ready for a relationship. They need time to figure themselves out, and it's best that you give it to them. When your friends and family start to express concern over your relationship, you should listen, because these are people that care about you. They want what's best for you, so you know it's coming from a good place. In fact, it was difficult for them to even tell you about this to begin with. Next time they start to express concern, pay attention to those areas. Now, they can be wrong, but they could be saving you from a heartbreak down the road. Ultimately, this is your decision. Sometimes though, we're just too close to see the big picture. The 4th sign that it's time to break up is when you avoid spending time together. Now, everyone does need their own space every once in a while, and that's good. That's beneficial. But if it's been a few weeks of making excuses or choosing other options, For example, you choose to hang out with your friends the only day that you can see your partner. Even though you know you can all hang out together, you still choose not to invite them. It could mean that the flame is dead and it's time to have the talk. The fifth sign that it's time to break up is when you have different views on important life aspects. Typically, you date somebody because you want to know if you're compatible. You want to know if you have a future together. You do this by spending time together, talking, and as you're talking, you eventually learn what's important to one another. For you, it may be family. You want kids someday. You want to be able to spend time with your family every weekend, so living in the same city is important to you. Whereas your partner has dreams of traveling, seeing the world, and has no interest in having kids. Well, that one's not going to work out. So that example is pretty obvious, so let me hit you with another one. Let's say dancing's important to you. It's your passion, it's what makes you feel alive, and so you do it every weekend. So ideally, you're going to want to find somebody who also feels this way. Someone you can dance with every weekend or spontaneously in the kitchen. Of course, it doesn't have to be dancing. It could be video games. You know you're going to be a gamer the rest of your life. It could be sports you've been watching since you were a kid and now it's a family tradition. It could be cars. You know, you love talking about cars. You love looking at cars. You love working on cars. So imagine, you're both playing video games. You get really good playing with each other. You start competing in different leagues. You start winning. That's pretty cool. Or you're both on the couch cheering your favorite football team. Maybe you go down to see the live fight. Or you've both been working really hard. You each have your dream car now. You spend your weekends working on them, customizing them, making them faster. You know, how awesome is that? Spending hours just having fun. It's true that opposites attract, but it's the things that overlap that keep you together. Now it is difficult to find somebody with the same level of passion for the same things you have. So you want to find somebody who at the very least is understanding and supportive. Because if they're not supportive, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be like, you never spend time with me. You love that car more than you love me. You're always spending money on upgrading your computer. I wish you would stop. When that happens, the relationship can not only become annoying, but downright depressing. That person's asking you to stop doing what makes you happy. See, what we really all want is to have somebody who loves us for who we are, not for someone who we can pretend to be. So with that said, it's a good idea to have a checklist in your mind of must-haves in a partner. And really, you can be as picky as you want, but if you don't want to end up alone, you need to be realistic. So you can have two lists, one of must-haves and one of would-likes. So you're never going to find the perfect person. Somebody who has all the money in the world, is a perfect 10, gives you massages every day, cooks and cleans, never complains. It's not going to happen. You got to be able to make the distinction between what goes in which list. That way you don't end up overlooking your soulmate. In any case, breakups suck. And like in most things in life, it's best to just get them done. This is about your happiness. Now, if this video helped you out, or can help someone you know, share it. But remember, this is not for married couples. So if you have any other questions or examples, put them in the comments below. You gotta be able to love yourself before you can love someone else.